Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Nathan. Just want to say good afternoon and good evening to everyone, both the East West Coast. If you guys are enjoying your day today here on Sunday, if you guys are also enjoying the weekend, and for this video today of what I want to talk about is WWE Survivor Series predictions for tonight's pay-per-view network extravaganza for Survivor Series, the 31st annual Survivor Series event in the history of WWE. So let's go right into it. The link will be in the description down below. This is from WrestleView.com, posted by Adam Martin on the 19th of November of 2017. It was posted today here on Sunday the day of Survivor Series. And like always, for my predictions, we'll go from bottom to top. So we're going to kick it off with the kickoff show first. And we have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. We have Enzo Amore, the champion, going up against Kalisto. Um, I'm gonna go with Enzo Amore for this one. I think that he will retain the Cruiserweight Championship. The only reason why they put the Cruiserweight Championship back on Enzo, I think, is because maybe I think they wanted to get some of the heat off of Enzo due to the backstage antics that you heard behind the scenes on different, many different reports on wrestling websites, wrestling news websites, excuse me, about Enzo Amore, where he stands, and politics and stuff like that. To me, I have no problem with that, but it comes to a point where for Enzo, he has to be careful not to do too much of that because it will take people off. But Enzo Amore has been doing a great job with his character and being heel. I mean, whoever thought that Enzo would be heel after breaking out with Cass, um, which I do think Cass and Enzo will reunite. Not now, but when Cass comes back. But for this match, I think it will be a good match between both Enzo Amore and Kalisto. For Kalisto, he's a good talent in the ring. I was glad that he won the Cruiserweight Championship, though I do think that WWE, should have at least gave Kalisto a little bit of a reign with the Cruiserweight Championship up until, let's say next month, where you have Enzo get back the championship, and Enzo could go back on his reign as cruiserweight champion. Though I have heard that Neville could come back to WWE if things are if things can work out between both Neville and WWE. Um, if they do, then hey, I'll be all for it. I do like Neville. I think that he did kind of get the short end of the stick when it came to his reign as cruiserweight champion uh, this year when it came to his opponents. And I do think the perfect time for Neville to come back would be at WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble next year, in my opinion. That's just me. But for this match, I'm going to give it to Enzo Amore to get the win over Kalisto to retain the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And now we're going to the main card. And this is where we have a complete total of 7 matches for tonight for Survivor Series Live in Houston, Texas on the WWE Network. So let's go to the first one. We have the Women's Traditional Survivor Series Elimination Match. Team Raw, which consists of Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, and Bayley go up against Team SmackDown, which consists of Becky Lynch, Naomi, Carmella, Tamina, and Natalya. Natalya was added to this match at the last minute after she lost the Women's Championship of SmackDown to Charlotte. So Charlotte will be facing Alexa Bliss later on in the night. And so Natalya will be on Team SmackDown live for the Women's Traditional Survivor Series Elimination match. I'm going to give this match 50-50, but because anything can happen, though, if Raw wins tonight, I will not be surprised because I think that the sole survivor of that team will be Asuka, which makes tons of sense because, Asuka has come to the main roster after having a monstrous big push in NXT as the, longest reigning NXT Women's Champion with the longest reigning winning streak. And to have Asuka, lose would, be, it wouldn't be good for her, it wouldn't be good for Asuka, excuse me, but, I do think that Asuka should get the win for Team Raw if that's going to happen tonight. If she doesn't, if Team Raw doesn't win, I don't think it'll be Asuka's fault. I do think that maybe it'll be someone else's fault, like Alicia Fox or Nia Jax or someone else on that team. Team SmackDown, I do see them, the sole survivor on that team. If Team SmackDown does win, I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch to me, one of my favorites. I do like her. I think she will have a strong showing, and tonight as the team leader for Team SmackDown Live for the women's traditional Survivor Series elimination match. And I do think that she has a chance to become a sole survivor. Naomi, Carmella, Tamina, and Natalia. While I do like them, I do think that they may get eliminated fast. Well, Carmella might, Tamina might, and Naomi might get eliminated fast. But Becky Lynch and Natalia, I think that they will try to last the most in this match against whoever is the last couple of women on Team Raw. So, but I'm going to go a 50-50 between Team Raw and Team SmackDown in the Women's Traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Match number 2. We have the Men's Traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Team Raw, which consists of Kurt Angle, Triple H, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe, versus Team SmackDown Live of Shane McMahon, John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode. For Team Raw, Jason Jordan was kicked out by Triple H on Raw after it looks as if Kurt Angle was going to maybe not kick Jason Jordan off the team. When he lost to I think Bray Wyatt, and Jason Jordan was pleading to Kurt, his father, to not kick him off the team. But Stephanie came out, and then Triple H came out, got into the ring, got in Kurt Angle's face, and told him, "If you're not gonna make the announcement, then I will. I will be the fifth person for Team Raw." And then Jason Jordan doesn't like it. Triple H sees this, kicks Jason Jordan in the gut, pedigrees him, and that's it and done. So Triple H is in this match, and the stakes have been couldn't be higher than it is right now. So which is very interesting because on Team Raw you have Triple H on the team for Team Raw, but for Team SmackDown Live you also have Shane McMahon. Now Shane McMahon and Triple H are brother-in-laws, because Triple H married Stephanie, and if it comes down to Triple H and Shane McMahon, that'll be something very interesting. It could lead up to WrestleMania for next year, which I hope it does, because we've been getting rumblings and hearings and news about that match like that will be in the works, and that match I think has always been in the works since Shane McMahon came back to WWE, where both of them would fight for control of the WWE. So that would be interesting, though. We also have John Cena on this match, who was also added to as a final member for Team SmackDown. I do think that he will get eliminated and put someone over. I don't know who will that be. Maybe Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, or Finn Balor. But I do not see John Cena lasting in this match. I think he'll probably get eliminated first. So Next up we have Team SmackDown. You have Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode. Those are two guys who I think will have great showings tonight, and I think Bobby Roode will eliminate either maybe Finn Balor, or Samoa Joe. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. And the thing about it is, with Team Raw and Team SmackDown Live for the men's traditional Survivor Series elimination match, I do think that there will be a lot of shenanigans going on in this match. All hell will break loose, and there will be a lot of interesting things happening in this match. I do think that someone is going to come out and turn heel to try and cost Team Raw the victory, and that will happen to be Jason Jordan, who we've been hearing all this week might turn heel against Team Raw and cost Kurt Angle not cost Kurt Angle the match if he's not the last person, but just cost him his spot, and that will shock Kurt Angle. He'll be distraught, and that will lead to a program between both Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan. I think heading into next year, either at the Royal Rumble or at WrestleMania. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that happen, which it would be great for Jason Jordan because, as we all know, he's been struggling a lot And I think it shouldn't have come down to. It shouldn't have. WWE should not have basically took Jason Jordan from SmackDown away from Chad Gable to put on Raw for this storyline. I don't think it was worth it. And I think that right now, you know, if Jason Jordan does turn heel, and goes Kurt Angle, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him back on SmackDown and we see him and Chad Gable back together as a tag team. But this match will be 50-50 between both Team Raw and Team SmackDown Live. Anything can happen. Anything can go. Um, Anything can happen in this match. I just hope that for Survivor Series, this goes for all matches, that they give each match a good amount of time before a good amount of time so that the stars of the company can shine in the ring tonight. But 50 between Team Raw and Team SmackDown Live for the Men's Traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Next up, the Shield will take on the New Day. For those of you that do not remember or may not remember the Shield up against the Wyatt family, I think that this match tonight with the Shield against the New Day may be up to that level. Back in 2013 at Elimination Chamber, where it was Shield against the Wyatt family, which was a great match, by the way. It was very entertaining. I do think that a lot of shenanigans will happen in this one as well because of maybe two people, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who will probably interfere in the men's traditional Survivor Series elimination match. If not, I'll be shocked. But I do see both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interfering, maybe trying to cost the Shield the match. But if they do, that will cost New Day the match as well, because attacking the Shield would give the New Day a disqualification, giving the match to the Shield as the winners. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wouldn't really care, because they're heels and they can do whatever they want. But for this match, I'm gonna go 50-50. Anything can happen, like I always say. But it should be a good match. Expect a lot of shenanigans to happen in that match as well. Next up we have is Champions versus Champions. WWE Raw Tag Team Champions Sheamus and Cesaro up against WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions the Usos. I'm going to give this match 50-50 as well. I think we have two great tag teams. And for those of you that do not know, a couple weeks ago when Raw was in London, the new Shield, which was Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, they lost their tag team championships to Sheamus and Cesaro because of the distraction of the New Day, which is why we had the Shield up against the New Day, and we have Sheamus and Cesaro as tag team champions of Raw going up against the Usos of SmackDown Live, who are the tag team champions of that show in this match. So it's 50-50. I've been liking what's been coming from the Usos as well. They're one of my favorite tag teams in WWE of all time as of today. But I do think that this will be a very close contest and close match, and it should be interesting to see how this all unfolds. I am looking forward to this match as well, and I do hope that both teams will get enough time in the ring to showcase their skills. So 50-50 in the first of the Champions versus Champions match between the Raw Tag Team Champions Sheamus and Cesaro and the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions the Usos. Next up we have the second of the Champion versus Champion match. We have WWE Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. I'm going to go both ways in this one as well, 50-50 too, because I do think that Charlotte Flair will come up the ring tonight. You never know what Alexa Bliss will come up with. So, and I do like Alexa Bliss. I do think that she is over, but she does not need that Raw Women's Championship, but they're going to keep that belt on her up until WrestleMania when she loses it to, I think, Asuka or someone else. So, but I am glad that, WWE decided to put the SmackDown Women's Championship back on Charlotte Flair because there have been rumors and reports going around that at WrestleMania 34, it'll be Charlotte going against Ronda Rousey. So, giving Charlotte a win tonight against Alexa Bliss would be the first step to building her back up so that, she can have a good showing against Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 34. And I think Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair is more appealing than Alexa Bliss versus Natalia. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Natalia as SmackDown Women's Champion, but I do think that when it comes to matches of this magnitude, that people want to see more of, they want to see something different. And so I think that with Charlotte Flair, you will get something different as well. Now, Alexa Bliss and Natalia have not faced up in the ring. I wouldn't actually mind that match as well, but this match between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair makes sense as well. And for Charlotte Flair, I'm glad she is the SmackDown Women's Champion. At one point, I didn't like her as Women's Champion because she had the championship time and time again, where it felt like WWE did not know what to do with the Women's Championship. But I'm glad that Charlotte has the championship back. It was good to see her dad, congratulate her at on SmackDown Live Tuesday last week, and it was a very emotional moment for him because, as we all know, the 30 for 30 documentary of Ric Flair from ESPN came out last week, the week before, and also, with Charlotte winning the Women's Championship for SmackDown, it was a very emotional moment. So, and I'm happy for Charlotte. I'm happy for Ric Flair, who's getting to do much better. Um, Next up we have is 50 between uh, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair in the Champion vs. Champion match between Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss and SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Next up we have is the third Champion vs. Champion match. WWE Intercontinental Champion The Miz going against WWE United States Champion Baron Corbin. This match, 50 between both competitors. I think that The Miz versus Baron Corbin at first, I thought it didn't make sense to have both heel and heel champions going up against each other. But when you look at how WWE and including how The Miz and Baron Corbin have been building up this match, it doesn't look that bad to me at all. I think that'll be a very good match. I do think we'll probably see a lot of shenanigans on the part of the Miztourage because we haven't seen that much of them in the past couple of weeks, except for The Miz. And I do think they will probably try to cost Baron Corbin the match, but I'll be shocked if Baron Corbin wins and beats The Miz due to the Miztourage and miscommunication part, which The Miz will not like, and he will berate and be disgruntled against the other Miztourage members and will try to kick them out. I think that for the Miztourage, while it is good on paper, The Miz is better on his own. I think he doesn't really need Curtis Axel or Bo Dallas, in my opinion. So, this match for me is 50-50 between The Miz and Baron Corbin, but it should be a very interesting and good match between both men. And then last but not least we have is the last match. It should be, I think, either the main event or semi-main event. It is Champion versus Champion, the last Champion of Champion match, the fourth one, between both the WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar and WWE Champion AJ Styles. Before this was AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, it was supposed to be Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. That is until AJ Styles beat Jinder Mahal on on SmackDown Live in London a couple weeks ago in the UK, where he did defeat Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. So now it is AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, a dream match that a lot of people have been looking forward to as well. Now, I do think that this will probably be a good match. We will usually expect and get the same thing for Brock Lesnar. The same moveset that he's been doing since coming back to WWE in 2012. 2012. And also, for AJ Styles, we're going to see the same thing out of him. But I do expect to see Jinder Mahal and the Singh Brothers interference match will probably cost AJ Styles the victory or cost Brock Lesnar the victory as well. And I can see Brock Lesnar just so angry, so much red on his face. He attacks Jinder Mahal, he attacks the Singh Brothers, and he attacks AJ Styles to let out his frustration, giving all of them F5s, just burying them. So, yeah, I can see that happen as well. So you can see a lot of shenanigans going on in this match as well. And also, I think that Paul Heyman might be a factor in this one too. You never know. But this should be a good match. Hopefully, like I said before, in the end, I want WWE to give all of these matches a good amount of time because this is a 4 hour pay per view. This is one of WWE's big four where now they always do like 4 hour pay per view. So hopefully they give all matches a good amount of time and they build and they also build up to their next feuds starting tonight at Survivor Series once the matches are done and over with. So let's go once again for quick predictions. I predict on the kickoff show, Enzo Amore will defeat Kalisto. Now on the main card, 50-50 between Team Raw and Team SmackDown Live of the Women's Traditional Survivor Series Elimination match. 50-50 between the Men's Traditional Survivor Series Elimination match, between Team Raw and Team SmackDown Live. 50-50 between The Shield and The New Day. 50-50 between the Raw Tag Team Championship with Cesaro versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, in the first Champions versus Champions match, The second Champion versus Champion match, 50-50 between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Third Champion versus Champion match, 50-50 between The Miz and Baron Corbin. And last but not least, 50-50 between Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles in the last FL Champion vs. Champion match tonight at Survivor Series. And also, one more thing for the Champion vs. Champion match between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Do not be surprised to see if Carmella gets involved and cashes in. But she might cash in on Alexa Bliss instead of Charlotte Flair. Who knows? Anything can happen. I would not mind that as well, and that'd be very interesting. But tell me so guys, think about this. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you more neutral about my predictions for tonight's Survivor Series? If so, post your predictions down below in the comments down below, and tell me who you guys think will win. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel as always. And until next time, as they say, peace. Take care. I will see you guys there for next week coming up later on the afternoon, time tomorrow, or in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned. So, next time, take care, guys. See you guys later. Peace. Have a good day and enjoy Survivor Series. I'm out.